Welcome to The Read Along,
a mini book club for your ears.
I'm your host, Scott.
I'm your other host, Anita.
And join us on a journey through a good book,
one chapter at a time.
Do you like talking about movies? Do you like talking about mediocre movies? Do you like talking about how you could have fixed mediocre movies? Well, I certainly do, and you can listen to me, Scott C. Bourgeois, along with my co-hosts Greg Beaver and Liam Creswick, as we give our notes, and I have some notes. You can follow it now on your podcatcher of choice, or support it by visiting patreon.com/IHaveSomeNotes. Been a tire-full weekend.
It was full.
Here at Shea Read Along. Went and got my winter tires on because we live in a cold climate, and it is advised that your vehicle get cold weather tires, which are better for gripping on the winter roads.
The kind with the little snowflake rating.
Yeah, and so it's now cold enough that I went and got my tires flipped on the weekend. And then Anita bought new tires.
Well, the last time I took my car in for its regular service, because I try to be a good car owner, they told me, your tires are super bald, and you should probably replace them. And I went, I know where I live, and bald tires on icy roads are a bad idea.
Yeah.
So I went and bought new tires. Mine also have a snowflake rating on them.
Yeah, but they're not winter tires.
No,
they're
they
all-season tires.
No, they're not.
Oh.
They are all-weather tires,
Okay.
which I've learned is different.
Slightly different, yes, but not as good as dedicated winter tires.
No, not as good as dedicated winter tires, but they do have like the ice and snow rating on them.
Yeah, so they're better in the
yes,
winter.
They are better than they're certainly better than my old tires.
Yes.
But not fully dedicated winter tires like what you have.
Indeed. So
the point is, we're fine. Our tires are great.
Yeah. We all have new tires right now. So yeah, that was our weekend basically. Just
tires.
Just doing tires. But yeah, in between all the tiring, we also read some book, and we should probably get into that.
Yes, let's.
So we'll begin with a brief recap of our previous chapter, chapter 10, in which Volevna shows up early to the wizard convention, and Gav very quickly impresses her by kind of being authentic with her.
Yeah, by being himself. Like, without revealing everything, he's not so silly to be completely vulnerable with her.
He's shrewd. He makes a shrewd play.
But he is, when they're having their conversation, he is genuine with her.
Yes.
Which helps a lot.
In the meantime, he also then gets reminded that he's got some other powerful wizards coming and probably should have done some preparation rather than wallowing in his self-pity. And that is where he finds himself at the beginning of chapter 11 of Dreadful by Caitlin Rozakis. So Siriko, Volevna, Gav,
and Ren,
and Orla managed to...
And Ren.
And Ren. Oh, you said Ren.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Managed to get the house in order, kinda, enough. For the arrival of the other august wizards who are going to be attending very shortly. They managed to get some guest chambers set up for all of the attendants. And also, they figure out a good place to put Zaxis over by the garden, because Gav figures he'll enjoy all of the plants and stuff.
Yeah.
He gives basically Zarkanar his throne room. They move his bed into there.
His bed with, like, the succubi pillars and...
But the general feeling is Zarkanar will appreciate both how ostentatious it is and the fact that he has inconvenienced Gav.
Yes.
He's actually kind of looking forward to just having a sleep on a different bed rather than the overly plush one that he's been sleeping on for the last little bit. And he's satisfied with the situation.
Yeah, he's absolutely willing to give Zarkanar that feeling of
superiority.
Yes, that's the good word for it. Be like, yes, I've given you like the plushest bed that was mine, and like the throne room, like the biggest room, and yes, sir, you've won. Enjoy it.
Yeah, he wants to give Zarkanar the impression that he's not going to pose a threat because he's explicitly hoping to be beneath notice during this.
Well, and he's not necessarily not those things either.
Yeah, In this moment, he is kind of those things.
Right?
At any rate, they managed to finish just in time for Zaxis to show up.
Yeah, that was an entrance.
Yeah,
that happened.
He shows up on his flying two-headed dragon bird.
Like it's like I imagine something that was very like Nazgul-esque, right? With the big terrifying wings, and then we find out it's got two like dragony heads.
Yep.
And it's horribly screeching sounds.
Yeah, because it promptly expires upon him landing in a farmer's field.
It basically lands and dies, the poor thing.
And Zaxis is like, apparently 2 heads was too much for its heart. We'll have to tinker with that in version 2.
Now, here's my question. How is Zaxis going to get home?
He'll figure something out.
Yeah.
He also came with an assistant who is a snake woman.
Yes? A lizardy lady? I'm not sure what she is.
Very serpentine. Unblinking eyes, big long forked tongue, scaly skin, very tall and overly slender. She's a snake lady.
Yeah.
He Island of Dr. Moreau to snake.
I had the same thought.
Either he turned a woman into a snake or turned a snake into a woman.
Either way. No, thank you.
And he's pretty happy to be there. He thanks Gav for the invite, wanders into the garlic festival and is like, oh, local color.
Just about kills the mayor because he does not understand the concept of a dunk tank.
Yeah, he's got boundary issues and
seriously,
is very science-minded and also is like, oh, the red hair on your locals is wonderful. How did you breed that into them? And Gav is like, just happens. You know, if you want to take some home, though, we've got some foxes with roughly the same color. Much easier to transport.
Yeah.
And Zaxis is like, I may take you up on that.
It's like, please don't kill the people.
Volevna also notices who also came out to greet
Yes.
Zaxis, also notices the kissing booth and starts trying to, like, entice men to give her their souls. And Gav is just like, oh, boy, this is a disaster.
All right, we need to get these people away from the festival.
Interestingly, though, before the dunk tank incident, the mayor is like all but giving him 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, it's like,
this is perfect.
It begins.
Yeah,
now the tourism starts.
The tourists are all getting that little taste of danger that they were hoping for. Some of them get a little more than just a taste of danger, though, when Zarkanar shows up via lightning bolt.
Yeah, he thunders his way in.
And accidentally, or on purpose, it's Zarkanar,
who knows?
Immolates a few innocent bystanders. Not unexpected.
Kind of terrible.
Yeah. And Gav invites them all up to the castle to begin their convocation ahead of their ritual.
Yeah. So the good news is he has an excuse to get them out of the festival and away from these people.
The bad news is they're now all in his house.
Yes. So it's time for dinner. The good news is it's dinner. The bad news is it's an Orla banquet.
Yeah. In fairness to Orla, the quality of the meal has gotten better.
Yes.
But it started out so low that better is still very relative.
I wrote...
Some of the dishes are edible this time.
Yes. Some of them.
Some of them.
This is what I wrote in my notes. I wrote, bless. We know she's trying.
She is definitely trying.
She's definitely trying, and I give her props for that.
Zarkanar mostly just, like, sneers through dinner.
Yeah, he's got this, like, evil, knowing, almost like a sly grin on his face the whole time. Either that or disgust, right? One or the other.
I don't think it's disgust. I think it's just patronizing condescension.
That is very accurate.
And also perhaps amusement at how utterly inept Gavarax is.
Probably.
Volevna and Zaxis, to their credit, both are trying to enjoy the meal.
Yeah, there was an attempt at conversation.
Yeah, Zaxis digs into the roast hedgehog, and Volevna shrugs her shoulders and tucks into some rat soup.
It's rat consommé, which makes me laugh.
And the dessert, apparently, actually turned out pretty good, from the sounds of it.
Okay, so does it not seem like Orla's more of a pastry chef?
Clearly.
Like anything involving baking?
She seems very good at it.
She could do. Like that pie crust was perfect and beautiful. It was the pie inside that was horrible.
Yeah, a giant pastry rendition of the castle, complete with screaming people on the parapets.
Yeah. And apparently it was the most edible thing on the menu.
I mean, Volevna and Zaxis both got into it, even though Gav at that point had lost his appetite because of the assassination attempt.
Yeah.
I was going to circle back to it.
I know.
So,
can't not.
In the middle of dinner, amidst the awkward attempts at conversation, at some point, Gav hears the secret passage behind him open up. And then all 3 of the other wizards magic someone who is leaping through the air with, like, daggers at him.
Well, no, Volevna jumps out of the way. Zaxis says something to his snake lady, and Zarkanar does a finger wiggly magic-y spell of some kind.
He holds this person
Basically.
in midair. it's quickly revealed to be a young assassin. Another young assassin, might I add. Gav chalks this up to, much like the young wizard who came earlier, it's the brazenness of youth. It's one of those people who's just old enough that they're like, I'm an adult now, and just young enough to be like, I'm invincible and the protagonist of this story.
Exactly.
Or Artharno is preying on young idiots to go after Gavrax.
All of the above.
All of the above.
It could be all of the above.
Still, suspicious that the two main assassins who've attacked the castle so far have been so young. I stroke my beard and raise an eyebrow. At any rate, this poor girl came at the worst possible time because there are 4 evil wizards in the room ready to stop her, and they do promptly.
At least 3 of them are willing to kill her.
Well, certainly one of them is and does. Zarkanar basically asks Gav, like, well, I mean, it's your castle. And Gav begs off. He doesn't really want to hurt this person and is like, no, you caught her. It's fine. You do what you want.
Well, because the question could have been taken 2 ways, right? Because Zarkanar was like, one of yours, implying either, have you sent an assassin to kill me, or is this assassin after you? Yeah. Gav, not knowing which one it is, he's like, no, you've caught this assassin. It's yours to do with as you please.
To be fair, he does know one of those things is not true. He did not send an assassin after Zarkanar.
That's true.
And Zarkanar quickly realizes, this person is here on the behest of Artharno.
Yeah, he can tell.
Yeah. First of all, she snuck in using a cloak of invisibility, and he's like, how quaint, and disposes of that, and then is like, ooh, Artharno has a direct link to you. Well then, immolates her. That'll give her a headache.
Whew.
Yeah. Gav at least is like, well, that seemed painful, but at least it was mercifully short.
It was certainly short.
Yeah, and does not feel good about witnessing that. And
no, and why would he?
Yeah, Zarkanar's like, well, that was fun. I'm going to take my leave now, and begs off just in time for dessert to show up, which Zaxis and Volevna both tuck into. But Gav at that point has lost his appetite.
Overall, Gav's had a rough day. He keeps getting these constant reminders of how incompetent he was.
Yeah.
Right? There's a whole paragraph before dinner starts about how he never actually got around to confirming the menu with Orla because he was busy and just forgot. It's like, something else I'm bad at.
Yep.
Didn't clock that he should have prepared his castle. Like, was reminded again about all these last-minute ad hoc things he's doing. Like, it's kind of hard on the old confidence.
Yeah, and I mean, to her credit, Volevna did help out with that.
Yeah, and so did Eliasha, and so did...
Rin,
yeah. Like, he had help, and thank goodness.
Yeah.
But still, these constant little reminders of this could have been better, this could have been better, I didn't do that, I'm failing here. Like, just saying.
Yeah, he has another, I feel like I've hit rock bottom moment. We'll get to that in a moment. First of all, I want to talk about Zaxis and Volevna.
Okay.
Neither of them super jump in to dispose of this assassin.
Nope.
And Volevna looks dismayed that dinner was kind of ruined by someone being obliterated above the dinner table. And that could be just her being fussy and fastidious because she's got an image. But it could also be her just not finding that particularly tasteful.
And fair enough.
Zaxis looks alarmed, briefly. Like, him and Gav make eye contact, and Zaxis looks just a little alarmed and then, like, quickly masks it.
Yeah.
And is like, nope, we're cool. But Gav catches something there. And that got me wondering, why would Zaxis be weirded out about someone being killed like that? And then it dawned on me, Zaxis isn't in the game to hurt people.
That's not his motivation.
No. I think Zaxis legitimately, in his own twisted way, thinks he's helping people, that he's improving them, that he's making people and things better with his tinkering. He just has a very orange and green morality about it rather than black and white, and has big consent and personal space
boundaries issues. Yeah.
But I think in his twisted mind, he thinks he's helping, and seeing someone just get dispatched like that might have been alarming to him. Like, oh, that person didn't deserve to die. We could have fixed this.
That was a perfectly good specimen that you destroyed.
But I don't think the look on his face was not like, oh, you've broken a toy I could have played with. The look was legitimately like, oh, I can't believe that just happened.
Oh,
like,
no.
Yeah, like, oh dear. So that leads me to believe that there is a glimmer of good in Zaxis, just like there's a glimmer of good in Volevna that we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
And that, again, obviously he's deeply problematic. I'm not trying to excuse the terrible things he's done.
Absolutely, for sure.
But I think that it's because we've discussed this before, intention matters. And I don't know that his intention is harm. his results are harm. But
yes.
But his intention might not be.
I agree with you there. Like, if someone could sit down and reason with him and explain to him that...
In a way that he understood.
In a way that he understood that he is, in fact, not helping, he might... I don't know. He might change?
It's possible.
Maybe? Like, I feel like Zaxxas could at least be reasoned with.
Yes. Yeah, that seems like a fair... Like, it might take a while to reason with him.
Yes.
Because his logic is obviously askew.
Yes.
But it's possible that he could be reasoned with, which leads me to believe, again, that there's a little glimmer of good in there.
Maybe.
Yeah. And maybe I'm reading between the lines because it was just a moment. But it was enough of a moment that I was like, why would he be alarmed by this person being destroyed? But yeah, I wanted to kind of touch on that real quick. So Gav goes back to his room and just like has a minute where he's like, this could not possibly be any worse.
Like, oh, it's a rough night.
And it's become abundantly clear to me that Zarkanar certainly has no intention of sharing power with me. I'm his useful dupe. Gavrax was an idiot for having agreed to ally with him in the first place and was given the easiest job because it was the only job Zarkanar could trust him not to mess up. And we're going to touch back on that in a little bit.
We are.
And I'm doomed. Like, I just have to accept that I'm doomed. And when he makes that decision, something clicks for him.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, if I'm doomed anyway, to hell with that guy. I'm not going to just roll over and let him win. To quote recent sci-fi serial Andor,
yes,
I'd rather go down swinging.
Yeah.
That's not a direct quote of Bail Organa, but roughly the same gist.
The sentiment is there.
Yeah.
If I'm going down swinging.
I'm going to go down swinging. And so he finally makes the purposeful decision in this moment, I'm going to oppose Zarkanar.
Yeah.
It's probably futile. I will probably die. But the alternative is that I'm just going to die anyway.
Yeah. Either way, he's pretty sure that Zarkanar is done with him and will dispose of him.
And in fairness, in this moment, he also kind of suspects that it's going to be the same for Volevna and Zaxxas, too.
It's entirely possible.
Zarkanar does not seem like the kind of guy who's going to be sharing power with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Or, at the very least, they might still be useful to him. You know what I mean? But I agree. Probably not.
But he has no intention of sharing power with
No.
No. So Gav makes his way to Eliasha's room, quote unquote.
He goes back to her cell.
He doesn't get it out, but let's be clear. He's about to formally ask her for help.
Yes.
None of this, maybe we might be able to do something. Me teaching you magic is something different. Maybe it'll throw a wrench in things. No, at this moment, he's going to her and like, look, we got to stop this guy, and I need your help to do it. Mm-hmm. And when he gets into the room, where he's moved Fiore, by the way, Lord Chicken Pants is there. They both kind of like glower at him, and she just puts on a huffy air and is like, so did you have fun being evil with your evil friends? And that's the end of the chapter. And I went, what is your problem, lady?
You and I had the same reaction. We talked about this briefly off microphone last night after I had read the chapter. I was like, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
What?
What did she expect was going to happen? The plan all along was to play along for as long as possible.
Yeah.
To pick their spot.
Yeah, like she must have known things were going to happen, right?
Yeah, that he was going to play evil with his evil friends, as she puts it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he hasn't reverted. This is the plan.
What did she... I think it's incredibly naive of her not to have expected that this was what was going to happen.
Right?
Yeah.
So the only thing I can think of, this was my knee-jerk reaction, actually, was that that's not actually Eliasha. Somehow she's got a front on, and it's not really her. Or she's putting on airs in front of Lord Chicken Pants because he's not in on the plan. Either way, I don't think either of those hold much water. I think she's just being awful right now.
It's possible. It's hard to say.
It is hard to say, especially because she had one line out and then the chapter ended. Yeah. So it's not like they've had a conversation yet.
Yeah, and you know what? You just said it, and I hadn't considered. Lord Chicken Pants is in the room.
Yeah.
And he is not up to speed on what's going on. So she could, in fact, be playing the part, quote unquote, in front of him because she doesn't know if he can be trusted to keep his mouth shut. Sorry, his beak shut.
I mean, maybe.
It's possible.
In all honesty, though, at this point, I'm surprised that she hasn't brought the chicken on board to be like, look, this is how we're all going to get out of here alive.
Potentially.
But maybe he can't be trusted. Who knows?
I want to circle back to Artharno.
Okay.
Oh,
yes, let's. I have thoughts.
Because, number one, we've already discussed, weird that teenagers keep getting sent after Gavrax. which seems odd.
Agreed.
It's happened twice now, which means that it probably isn't a coincidence. Number 2, Artharno's been mentioned a lot and is clearly opposing what's going on, but hasn't made a personal appearance, and that is suspicious to me for a couple reasons.
Go on.
First of all, yeah, Gavrax is probably beneath Artharno, but if Artharno had any inclination that Zarkanar and Zaxxas and Velevna are involved,
yeah.
If she knew that these guys were all teaming up to do a ritual, you'd think she would do something more than send a bunch of teenagers with magic items after them. That she would maybe personally intervene.
Maybe.
So either she doesn't know what the score is, or she's up to something.
Could be either. We don't know that Artharno's not terrible.
We don't know that. I also wondered, are we sure that's actually Princess Eliasha?
Okay.
And this is irresponsible speculation and me totally reading into something. Eliasha couldn't know what happened at dinner, in theory. Unless Lord Chickenpants has aligned to Artharno as well, because we know he was given magical help.
That's true.
So it's possible he has aligned to her that Gav hadn't checked out. So Eliasha might be up to speed through Lord Chickenpants being in her room tonight. It's also possible that Eliasha replied that way because she knew what happened, because she's Artharno. Which would explain why she has an aptitude for magic.
Yeah.
And doesn't look like Princess Eliasha when she takes off the ring. Maybe Artharno is in the building. Artharno's been mentioned a bunch, and it would be weird for Artharno not to make an appearance, is what I'm saying at this point. What if Artharno's been in the room the whole time?
I don't know. Shouldn't she be suffering from a headache from the assassin?
We don't know that she's not.
That's true. We don't know that she's not.
And she could have been playing dumb all this time to figure out what's going on. If Artharno's half as intelligent as that.
I mean, we can't disprove it, but we also can't prove it.
Also, she had a natural aptitude for magic. She came into it very quickly. She knew how to look through magical research papers. I'm just saying, what if that's not Princess Eliasha? What if Gavrax did, in fact, screw up the easiest job in the whole ritual and accidentally did, in fact, capture a body double?
I mean, it's possible. If I fill in a whole bunch of blanks all by myself, it's possible.
And this is possibly also a reason why all of these assassins have had such an easy time breaking into the castle. Because Artharno's been there the whole time.
I don't know that it's probable, but I have to grant you that it is possible.
Yeah, again, this is very irresponsible speculation.
Oh, very.
And I think it would be incredibly hilarious if Gavrax, in his stupid arrogance, did in fact kidnap the wrong person.
He's kidnapped the stunt doubles.
But yeah, I just wanted to put it out there as a possibility. Because again, Artharno's been mentioned too much not to appear at some point. And it would be weird that she hasn't yet if she was aware of the gravity of the situation. So either she's not aware of the gravity of the situation.
Which she might not be.
She's up to something because she's not as pure good as we suspect the rest of the kingdom isn't anyway. Or she's been there the whole time.
I'm not sold on it, but your argument has been noted.
Yeah. Again, irresponsible speculation. It's what we're best at.
Absolutely. One more quick thing before we're done. Mm-hmm. It's just something I've noticed as a running theme through this book in a little way. That wizards seem to have very little value for human life.
Nah.
No matter good or bad. Because Artharno keeps throwing these heroes at these guys to get killed or magicked or whatevered. Zaxxas is doing crazy experiments. Zarkanar just burned up 3 people by landing and, like, flamed up an assassin because...
I mean, in fairness, that could be argued as self-defense.
Yes, technically. But still, I'm just saying, it doesn't seem to matter good or bad. There is this very low value on life.
On non-wizard life?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is definitely something worth noting.
Yeah. It feels like a wizard thing. That's all.
Could be. At any rate, we'll maybe learn more about what's up with Eliasha as we move into Chapter 12. You'll want to read up on that in time for next week. In the meantime, of course, as always, you can give us a little rating and review on your podcatcher of choice. You can also get a hold of us via social media.
Absolutely. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Goodreads, and Blue Sky. We are at The Read Along on most of those.
Yeah, or just search for our name. You'll find us.
Oh, yeah.
You can also reach out to us via email.
Oh, we would love that. You can find us at thereadalong@gmail.com.
And with that said, as always, we love you very much, and we'll see you next time.
I think we're about to fight with a princess.
Thank you for joining us on The Read Along with your hosts Anita and Scott Bourgeois. All Read Along music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com. Cover art is by Aaron Beaver. Be sure to join us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at The Read Along, and check out our group on Goodreads.com.